Yeah. What a fight world. It's Kid Ego, man. We working. We back on top of things. About to talk some of this good old-fashioned boxing. Oh yeah. David, what up? Boxing fans, what up? We're just gonna be doing some of this work today. Talking about the game as we see it. Jose, what's good? Salute to Miami. What's good, Ego? What is up? Triple D, Dre. We working. Camo like it's war. It's camo like it's Ego Army, man. And if people want that hot seat, it's always a war, baby. We always ready. Pensacola, we talk tonight. Bay Area, we talk tonight. West Side, we talk tonight. On the Ego Army, man. Ego Army, stand up, man. A lot of people want to be us, but they can't see us. Word to Stevie Wonder. And the ribbon in the sky, we just working, people. Bud not playing. Bud's a dog. I tried telling people for years at this point. Years. Bud is not one of them ones that you want to just... Someone told me we deleted his channel. That's what happens when you get roasted. Shout out to my man. He already kicked. Listen, we haven't been on for 2 minutes, and the Cali Enigma already dropped that love, that super chat love. $5 super chat, Shmoney Gang. Joshua's conducting himself like a coward, says the Cali Enigma. We're gonna get to it. Joshua Wilder.
For a moment, 2 moments. Thank you.
We got $1 super chat from Matt Wade. Thank you very much. We working. All the support is great, you know what I mean? Super chats to likes, just to commenting and engagement. Let's get it. Matt Wade donated $1 and then he laughed. I don't know what you laughing. That don't hurt me. You can donate $1 all day. That don't, like I said, that don't hurt me. If you're trying to do it to be a smartass, then have at it. At the end of the day, you still paid me. And you must not have been on my vampire stream, because they was battling to pay me. So if you trolling, then well, you made it sound like you was trolling. Fighter IQ says, what's good, Ego? We out here. Gregory Wyatt, super chat, gang gang. I just heard that AJ equals ass juice. Laughing my fucking ass. See, y'all y'all tripping. Ass juice. King Corleone, nice to have you. Shooter on deck, man. He says new media or no media. Let's get it. Let's get it to popping, man. We already got triple digits. You know how we do. Like the, I was gonna say like the like button. That kind of works. Angel Santos, another shooter on deck, holding it down from the East Coast. Smash the like button. I like to play this little game called the Boxing Ego Roll Call, where I just want to know. Shout out to Sura. He said, watch the replay of that vampire stream. That was ill. Yeah, man, we have fun with this boxing game. That's what, like I said, the haters, they mad they can't see us or be us. Period. We have fun up in this game. But I have a game that I want to play with you guys. It's called the Boxing Ego Roll Call. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Where y'all at? Where y'all from? That's all I need to know. Where y'all at? Ah, man, you know, AB. My man, hold on before we continue with the roll call. Askar Hussein was stunting. He just dropped $10 again on the channel. Pop your collar one time for Askar Hussein. Definitely holds the channel down. Just know things are gonna, I'm not just sitting up here collecting super chats. Things are about to get real advanced and real interesting on the channel. Don't believe me, that's fine. Please believe it. The Ego Fight Club coming. I got some stuff in the works that's gonna blow the game away. But no time to talk. I'll just show y'all. Ask Yar Hussein, $10 Shmoney Gang super chat. Let them know we had to body some people in the vampire stream. I don't want to have to pull out the super chat. Hey man, we know you a bad boy. Hey, you ask Yar Hussein, you a wild boy. You a wild boy. But I appreciate you. And hey, you killed the dude, the Bobby V. That's how you know Askar Hussein caught him a body, because I remember the other dude's name that got killed. Because everybody was like, Bobby V just got buried. Bobby V got that L. Vampire streams, like I said, pop your collar. Ain't nobody doing it like we doing it. Bay Area thing. Yada, you feel me? B Howard, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. It says, shout out to Ego, new media or no media. Now, I got to give credit to you, and I got to give credit to King Corleone. He's the first person, my shooter, he's the first person that I heard say that, new media or no media. And I fuck with that. You know what I mean? We might have to, and please print that. We might have to print that on some shit. For real. So, yeah, man, new media. We just trying to come give y'all what hasn't been given to the boxing game. You know, a fair shake. You know, everybody got a problem with Mayweather, IVs, and all types of shit. And then when we want to talk about the issue of, let's say, Canelo or something, failing the drug test, then it's like, oh, give him a pass. Like, where's that same pass for other fighters? Where's that same pass for this fighter? Now, I told you, for me, I don't know what Canelo's doing. I don't know if he's guilty. Like Floyd said, I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to. I don't know if you cheating, I don't know if you innocent. But I can tell you it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Anyone that fails a drug test is not necessarily a good look, especially a high profile fight. But let's keep working, people. We're gonna get into everything. King Tron, $5 super chat. We do roll calls for the bread over here. Shout out to Brooklyn. He put his 5 down and he said, Brooklyn, glip bull. He said, where my wrench at, beloved? Hey, it's coming. Yo, y'all killing with the super chats. I've been on for like less than 10 minutes. And my man, Deron Heron, he just dropped $50, a 50 piece, $50 on the chat, super chat. And it says, believe in your vision, hashtag Wakanda forever. We LSI. Y'all know what that means. See, some of these things, y'all gotta give me credit when I deserve credit. You know what I'm saying? LSI, let's see it. So if you see anybody talking like, let's see it, listen, then you know where that comes from. But yeah, man, the love has been great. Boxing has been great. And I promise you, I'm glad you believe in the vision. Stick with the winning side, because we weren't always in this position. You know what I mean? We definitely weren't always in this position. But God damn it, I work hard. The fans of real boxing work hard, filling out these comment sections, leaving good comments, purchasing tickets and merchandise, and together we will unite, new media style. I told you, all that other bullshit y'all was used to listening to, we was gonna establish a new government, a new form of justice, and that's the Ego Army, new media. You see, I got my camos on, man. I got the camos on today because we could do the Ego Army way. We could do it the Ego Army way. Now let's get to this roll call. Shout out to you guys for the super chats. We have almost $100 of super chats. I ain't even been on 10 minutes. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm not just out here like, I'm gonna be the Robin Hood of boxing. We're gonna find ways to get back to boxing, enhance the content, get to different, just everything. Like I said, there ain't nothing to talk about. I just gotta show y'all. I set one goal and then I'll try to set another one, and that's what it is. And we well on our way. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Fort Worth, Texas. I see you. Boxing Ego roll call. Dallas, Texas, up in this thing. 773 Chicago. Shout out to this. This is a smoothie I got. Cambodia. 713 Houston. Brooklyn, New York. Pasadena, where y'all at? Kansas City. Pompano Beach, Florida, 954. Redlands, Chicago, Garfield Park Boxing, Fort Worth, Texas. Yes. East New York, Brooklyn, Texas, Springfield, Mass. Get with Angels. See, the shooters be so lit, man. Angel says, get with it or get left behind. That's what I'm saying. The game don't wait. The bus ain't waiting. Chicago, Clarksdale, Mississippi, Pasadena, South Carolina, 708, Toronto, Virginia, Charleston, South Carolina, 843, East Palo Alto, Jacksonville, Florida, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, my friend, Bryan, Texas, London, Canoga Park, California, Yonkers, New York, Indianapolis, KC, Missouri, Toronto, Austin, Texas, 404, Atlanta, Toronto, Scrooston, Texas, New York City. Texas is deep. So shout out to Cool Blaze. He said, dang, Texas is deep. That's what I'm saying, man. This is why I do this. Again, if you see people stealing our shit, then you don't know where it comes from. Texas, hey, everything is bigger in Texas. You see how many Texas folk in here, good folk, Southern hospitality, you know. BX is deep, New York holding it down. Man, where my west? There ain't no west sides with me, you know what I mean? Like, I had no problem with you from down south, you from the east, but I ain't got that many west sides with me. We got North Korea, Kim Jong-un. He about to send a missile at the Eagle Army. Let's get it, man. Let's talk about this stuff. London in the house. That's what I'm talking about. UK, man. Big Texas fucks with ego, and I fucks with Texas. I can't wait for the next fight. What's it, Errol Spence? I'll try to get to that for sure. I want to support Errol Spence. Let's talk about Errol Spence. We talked about this on the Vampire stream. Errol Spence, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I don't care who's mad. I don't care, oh, you're biased and all. You can say whatever you want. Errol Spence is that dude until otherwise proven. Not saying he's invincible. Not saying he can't go through a tough fight. But what he's doing in his division in boxing, I fucks with. And it has nothing to see. This is the thing. Shout out to Mike Biggs Boxing, $5 super chat. He says, man down. He's repping for the kid from DeSoto, Texas. Listen, this is how you know we have a lot of man fans in boxing in general. Because when I can't speak for other people, but when I'm saying props to Deontay Wilder, props to the Charlos, props to Danny Jacobs, or props to Errol Spence, it's not just the person. It's not just like, oh, them, it's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all like fighters based on purely, whoa, yo, hold up, not me, not Marshall. Deron Heron dropped another 50 piece, a $50 super chat, Shmoney Gang. He said, inspired by Askiyar, I do this because I can. Y'all clearly, Askiyar Hussein got bread too. So does Deron. Man, we gonna we gonna have a Hall of Fame of super chatters, and you got to put Deron Heron, because I recognize the name, and Askiyar Hussein. They're in the super chat Hall of Fame. I appreciate it. Much love. I'm glad you believe in the vision. Please just know this. Just know this. I want to show y'all my shopping cart on Amazon right now. I got some sick gear on the way. It's on the way, coming soon. Just stay tuned. I does this, and I know y'all do this, so stay tuned, man. Ego said, get your bread up. If we working, people, listen, this is why I'm not even trying to sound like the dude yesterday was like, oh, you need to be humble, you're too cocky. I'm not being cocky, but this is what we work for. We work to overthrow that existing government you have. This is why people be mad. This is why they're mad, because they can't just get love in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people on YouTube who have built a following, and people fuck with them. And then there's writers that have been in the game, and people who are consider themselves like above and beyond true media, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't no truer media than new media. You dig? You know what I mean? And they don't even, some people have been in the boxing game for 10, 15 years, been to Trinidad fights. I wasn't covering boxing when Trinidad was fighting. I wasn't even when it was Pretty Boy Floyd. I ain't been in the game like that. But we get love because we stand for something. This is just what it is. Shout out to my man Juan Medina, $2 super chat. Shmoney Gang. But back to Errol Spence, the whole Errol Spence thing. I'm celebrating when of course there's certain guys that I like, you know what I mean? Certain guys that I like their demeanor, their attitude, but majority of the times I'm celebrating a behavior. When this fighter is acting like a fighter, that's what I'm really celebrating. It has a lot less to do with the man or the person or the woman. It has a lot more to do with the behavior. Guys like Terrence Crawford, guys like Errol Spence, guys like Deontay Wilder, they're really going after it. They're really pressuring. They're really trying to apply pressure. They're really trying to solidify themselves. And listen, that Mayweather-Pacquiao shit is over. Everything starts from now, right? Mayweather Pacquiao happened. We know why we waited. We know about the failed drug test. We know about the network dispute. We know Bob Arum owes Floyd money, according to Floyd. We know those things. But most fighters don't have these same excuses, and everybody is trying to act as if they are in this Floyd Mayweather position, right? Keith Thurman, fight a tune-up, cool. But the whole let the Errol Spence marinate and he can wait and take title defenses. Your fight with Errol is a great fight for boxing, but it's never gonna be Mayweather Pacquiao big. There's no issues with drug testing, to my knowledge, from Spence or Thurman. You're not on opposing networks with different promoters in the Cold War. So stop, people, fans, whoever. They gotta stop. They gotta stop trying to compare. Drug testing alone was a huge issue for Mayweather and Pacquiao getting done. Thurman and Spence, to my knowledge, that's not an issue with them. Being on HBO and Showtime, right? That's the huge issue on why that fight had delays. That's not an issue with Spence Thurman. It's not an issue right now with Joshua Wilder. So stop trying to compare. Listen, Uff says, ego, don't underestimate the Hornet. Listen, I watch boxing. I respect these guys that lace him up. I'm not out here like calling Jeff Horn out of his name, calling him the B word or something. It has nothing to do with underestimating. I'm not the motherfucker who has to fight him. I don't think he's gonna win. See, this is what's wrong with the boxing game in the sense of y'all, if I don't say what you want me to say, then all of a sudden I'm racist and biased and I have this crazy agenda, because there are a lot of people who do have that. I don't have nothing against Jeff Horn. Like Floyd said, I barely even know the fuck you are. Like, he just kind of came on the scene. He ain't done nothing bad. Beat Pacquiao. I thought he lost, but it was still a good fight, good effort. They gave it to him. I'm not mad at it, but I'm not underestimating. I don't think he's going to beat Terrence Crawford. And then on top of that, you pissed off Crawford. That's not a good look to me. You and your team, listen. Yo, we got to get to 100 likes, and I'm going to break down this Crawford Horn shit right now. And if y'all want to know why Jeff Horn, you know you done fucked up. If you want to know, let's get to 100 plus likes. It really needs to be like 110, 130 or something at this point. I'm going to continue drinking my smoothie. Pineapple Paradise. Got pineapples, mango, spinach, and I added strawberries, and I added an energy boost. So you know I got the energy. We could do this stream shit. So this is why Jeff Horn fucked up. I'm trying to tell you, I have been to Omaha on at least 3 occasions in Terrence Crawford's gym. I know people that are bigger than Terrence Crawford that spar him personally, light heavyweights, one in particular. And he says Crawford is nobody that you could push around. And this is, he's talking about sparring before he even moved up to welterweight. Crawford, when he fought Gamboa, was like weighing 155 or 158 when he rehydrated. Crawford, I've been telling you guys for years, is a dog. Now, he's not invincible. Let's see if Jeff Horn can knock him out or whatever. But again, good luck. Like, it is very, listen, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, right? The thing, they fight different, but the thing they all have in common is you'll notice, I keep saying they have dog in them. I would add Canelo to that list. Fuck all that clenbuterol shit. I'm just talking about the mentality of the fighter. And unless someone has this immense, insane amount of power, more than likely, based on what they've exhibited, or unless they go so far out of their element, like if Floyd went to super middle or something, where he's just oversized and outmatched, whatever, you're probably not going to knock him out with one punch. Most likely. You're going to have to put some shit together. And for me, Jeff Horn and Terrence Crawford, I just don't know that he has the technique and the forward thinking. I mean, he went some rounds with Gary Corcoran, you know what I mean? And Gary Corcoran never really been on no high-class world level. He was rocked by Randall Bailey, who has power, but he was also 41 years old, you know what I mean? These are just different. They're different fights. Crawford has the ability to fight smart when he wants. He can duke it out and have a dogfight and a shootout. And so far, when he does the shootouts, he got clipped by Gamboa, but he's winning. He beat Gamboa. Who would you rather be? Crawford, who got clipped, buzzed, but never went down? See, this is why I don't talk boxing with some of you guys, because y'all don't interpret boxing the way I do. And I'm not saying the way I do is the right way, but it just doesn't make sense what some people say. Like, who would you rather be at the end of the fight, Gamboa or Terrence Crawford? You rather be the guy who clipped the guy and the guy never went anywhere, or the guy who got knocked out and knocked down 4 times, Gamboa, and his career was never the same after that? Would you rather be Luis Ortiz at the end of the Wilder fight, or you rather be Wilder? You would, of course, rather be Wilder. Yes, you got rocked up and buzzed in round 7, but at the end of the day, I'd much rather be the guy who had at least 3 knockdowns, round 5, and then 2 in round 10. And then there was another slip earlier in the fight, or it was ruled as a slip, and it looked like a punch connected. But y'all be, oh, Wilder struggled in round 7. It's 1 round. He had a shitty round, recovered, end of story. You know what I'm saying? You guys focus on weird shit. Oh, but Luis Ortiz was giving it to him. Yeah, but then he got it given to him. What are y'all really telling me? All right, Anwar, do you want to be in the hot seat? Do you want to go against the Dawn? You keep putting crazy shit. Anwar Garcia, do you choose to be in the hot seat, arguing the point of Wilder was losing to Luis Ortiz? Anwar, come get this work. He was losing, cool. What does that have to do with anything? Anwar, do you accept the hot seat? This is what I'm gonna do to y'all. And I told you, I got my energy boost added to this smoothie, so y'all really don't want it. I'm fully rested, and I got my smoothie with energy. Anwar, where you at? Damn, mentally sharp on your ass, pause. He said, Anwar, answer. He yelled that shit. Another cop-out. I agree with you. I'm just saying he was losing. Nobody gives a fuck. It doesn't matter if he's losing. You would rather be the guy who didn't get knocked out and didn't get knocked down 3 times. Hey, Portia, shooters, you don't have to block him for that. Like, hey, shooter, we getting trigger happy. Y'all don't gotta block people for something like he didn't say nothing like super disrespectful. But I'm just saying, all you guys keep talking about this, and I don't want to give the haters, I mean, they just block people. So, just shooters, use your best judgment. If it's something like that, he backed out of the hot seat, so he wasn't even really an issue. But yeah, at least do a timeout, you know what I mean, so they can come back in the chat. Cause I'm you know what I'm saying, the thing is, I'm fair, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to get blocked off of that, but just to let y'all shooters know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The whole thing is, who cares? Again, you guys folks, oh, but Wilder was losing. First of all, he wasn't losing like y'all making him out to be. And the funny thing is, I had Wilder losing. On my personal scorecard, Wilder was losing to me. Fair but firm. Who said that? Mills Lane or Cortez? I agree. Hold on. Deuce just dropped a 5-piece, $5 super chat. Shmoney Gang. Ego, have you ever seen a double KO in boxing? I can't remember one. Love the channel. Keep doing your thing. New media. I have, but it's been like, it might have been like kickboxing. They're basically YouTube videos. I've never seen it in like a boxing fight that I was watching, but I've seen videos. I don't even know if they were boxing related, you know what I mean? Because they might have been like kickboxing videos, things like that. Hey, who's Jaden Keys? Portia, who are you blocking all these people? Who are they? What are they doing? Hey, Portia, you just shot like 3 people in like 3 minutes. Don't abuse the power. I don't know why. I don't know what they're saying, but just make sure there's a reason, because I haven't even seen all the comments, but I'm hosting, so I don't know. Oh, is they going? Oh, okay. If they're being retarded, then whatever. Anyway, the people keep focusing on Wilder was losing. Yes, on my scorecard he was losing, but he wasn't getting his ass stomped. Like round 7, it was looking bad. You know what I mean? But aside from round 7, which we obviously have to consider and take into consideration, there was nothing else where Wilder was just getting obliterated. Even in rounds 1 through 4, name a round where Wilder was getting toyed with and destroyed. Was he getting outboxed? Yeah, he was. Luis Ortiz was sharp on the counter, fidgety style, looked good, looked sharp. But y'all keep saying, oh, ego, but Wilder was losing. Okay, people lose fights. And see, this is the other thing when it comes to this shit, man. If y'all want to know, let's get to 150 likes, man. We got over 200 people in here. There's no reason that we can't have 150 likes right now. It should really be higher than that. Listen, smash the like button. I'm trying to understand. This is the problem with casual boxing fans, people who just dilly-dally and aren't real boxing fans. Real motherfuckers like me who watch the sport and respect the fighters, not out here calling them all types of stupid names and fucking Clint Buterol Alvaroids and gay Freud runner and all that dumb shit, right? Real people recognize that Luis Ortiz is a good fighter. He's sharp. So at the end of the day, I didn't really expect the fight to look any different. The only thing I said is and this is a testament to how good Luis Ortiz is, I said if Wilder has an easy time and blows him out like Stavern 2, then he's really a monster. And the reason I said that is because if you're going to go in there and just destroy Luis Ortiz, who I rate, then you're on some next level type power or something. But what happened in the Wilder Ortiz fight is exactly what. Yeah, the Canelo, that was a funny name. I'll give him to that. So I don't know, somebody was like, Canelo Alvaroids. It was pretty funny. That one was pretty funny. But some of y'all do that for no reason. Freud Gay Runner and Terrence Crawdaddy and Crawfish. Like, what the fuck? Terrence Crawdaddy and Crawfish? Like, really? Canelo Alvaroids is funny. I'll give you that. But Terrence Crawdaddy and Crawfish and all that, like that's stupid. Hey, like I said, I'm a realistic boxing fan. Canelo Alvaroids is pretty fucking funny. Andre Board and Andre SOG, son of groin Board and all that. Like, all that shit's weak. Canelo Alvaroids is funny. Oh, y'all like Terrence Crawfish? I'm just saying, that's the type of shit y'all be like, little kid games and shit. Oh, you Terrence Crawdaddy Crawfish. Like, okay. Like, you feel better now, motherfucker? But Wilder Ortiz, the fight played out like I expect. See, this is the thing. Y'all motherfuckers don't know boxing, some of y'all, to the point where y'all underrate fighters. And then when they do better, because you didn't know enough about boxing to judge the matchup, then you're like, oh, see, Wilder struggled. He's supposed to struggle. Let me show y'all. Luis Ortiz, Cuban boxer. That says it enough. But he had an amateur record of 343 wins and 19 losses. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Bro. His amateur record is listed at 343 wins and 19 losses. That's a damn good record for a heavyweight. This is not like a Lomachenko. You know what I mean? His record is crazy, 396-1. But that's some little weight divisions. You know what I'm saying? This is a heavyweight who, to my knowledge, has been a heavyweight, and he's 343-19 at heavyweight. And y'all motherfuckers is mad because Wilder struggled and he started boxing late, and he still somehow managed to get a bronze medal where his daughter was dealing with spina bifida, and he started boxing late, and he just never was knocked down, got 3 knockdowns, could have really been 4 if you could, the one that counted as a slip. And then the guy with way more Emmys and only 19 losses in 343 fights, you were surprised that the fight was competitive? Get the fuck out of here. Some of y'all don't know boxing. That's why it's all, Wilder struggled a bit. He's supposed to. He's really supposed to lose to a motherfucker with a record of 343-19. And he started boxing when he was like, whatever, 20, 21, whatever age he was, I don't know. But he started boxing late, I do know that. King Tron, $5 super chat. I made Clinello up. I'm claiming my shit, LOL. The Clinello's funny. Ortiz had good foot movement to really be light on his feet. Big respects to Wilder. Fuck these casual. That's what I'm saying. Like, go, man. Like Tupac said, study the tape, study why I will be mad. Listen, even the Danny Garcia, Brandon Rios. I'm not saying I'm Bird Sugar, Emmanuel Stewart or something, rest in peace. But I respect the game, you know what I mean? Listen to my Danny Garcia pre-fight thoughts versus Brandon Rios. I said Rios looks in shape. He needs this opportunity. He knows that it's a big opportunity. I'm picking Danny Garcia, but how he's coming in focus, I said he could do better than people think. Boom. What happens when they fought? Oh, I didn't expect Rios to do that good or last that many rounds. I picked him to get knocked out in the first round. Who's ever even come close to knocking out Rios with a headshot, let alone in the first round? Again, some of y'all motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. That's why you have all these high or low expectations for these fighters. Yes, you could say Rios is not the Rios that 35 or something. I don't have no problem with that. But if you're talking like, oh, Rios is a gatekeeper, Rios is gonna get knocked out in round one. Who's ever done that? How many elite level fights do you see anyone get knocked out in round one? I mean, Charlo versus Erickson Lubin, but Erickson Lubin was the unproven guy. We at least, at the very least, know Rios has a chin. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens. And I'm telling you, new media style. This is what old media does. What they'll do is they'll slander a fighter, underrate them or overrate them. And then when the fight plays out how it should play out from a realistic boxing fan perspective, then they act surprised. Oh, Danny Garcia, he had some issue with Brandon Rios. Yeah, but if you were judging the fight right from beforehand, you could have seen that coming off a layoff, coming off a loss, Danny Garcia might have some issues with the rugged guy who looks focused, has nothing to lose, in shape. You could see that Luis Ortiz is supposed to give Wilder some issues. He's really supposed to beat him if you look at experience for experience. I thought Wilder was bum squad and stuff. But what they do is they'll underrate Luis Ortiz. Oh, the motherfucker's 1,001. He's 1,001 years old. What is he gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? They say all this dumb shit before the fight. So when Wilder's pushed to the brink, then all of a sudden they're like, oh man, he just struggled. He struggled with it. He's supposed to struggle with Luis Ortiz. He's a badass fighter. But Parker and Joshua don't want none of Ortiz. That was Joshua's mandatory. Nobody wanted to fight Ortiz. Who was just really talking? Name an A-side fighter from Klitschko to AJ to Wilder. You can't really say Wilder because he actually fought him. To Joseph Parker, Tyson Fury. That was calling to fight. Tyson Fury talks a gang of shit. I like Tyson Fury, but I don't remember. He's talking about David Haye and a message to the white lifter. Talking about AJ and Tony Bellew fights and Wilder, I'll knock his chicken legs out, and Cannon Briggs. I never really remember Tyson Fury saying, man, I want that Luis Ortiz work. And he talks shit about fighting everybody. All the top guys. But who was really checking for Luis Ortiz work? When somebody point me right now on the spot, don't be Googling it. So in the next 30 seconds, point me in the direction of a call out or official video from Tyson Fury where he's saying a message to the Cuban and he was saying he wants to fight Luis Ortiz. King Corleone says Tyson Fury actually said he wouldn't fight him. You have to be crazy. Listen, and there were a ton of people. Dante got an interview with one of them, Devin Haney, his pops, right? Shout out to Bay business. Shout out to the Bay Area. But Devin Haney's pops, I seen an interview with him, and he's like, why did Wilder pick this fight with Luis Ortiz? He's like, that didn't make sense. Because I just seen the title, and I don't think I watched the whole video, but you could tell by the title, he in the beginning, because I did watch some of it, you could tell he was like questioning. It sounded like he was picking Luis Ortiz to win, and he didn't understand why Wilder would even choose to fight a guy like Luis Ortiz. And it's not just him. There's a ton of people I said, they're like, I don't know if it was Johnny Nelson, but just different people, and they're like, this is a dangerous fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Wilder loses it, you know what I mean? But then when he wins, and now it's excuses. Eddie Hearn even said stuff like about Luis Ortiz's chances, and it's a dangerous fight, why'd you take it type shit. But now he wins, and now it's, oh, but he was 89. New media, we ain't playing these games. We see what they doing. Wilder really wants to be the best. You said it perfectly, Mayday. Ortiz is too big of a risk for the top guys, and still is. After the Wild fight, he's going to be even more avoided now. That's what I'm saying. Luis Ortiz is exactly the person that you don't want to fight in the heavyweight division. See, even Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, I'm not taking away from Lomachenko's win, but Lomachenko has the same accomplishments as Rigondeaux. They're both two-time Olympic gold medalists. And on top of that, he had a major size advantage. You know what I'm saying? Making the guy come up 2 weight classes. But in the heavyweight division, there is no coming up 2 weight classes. So you don't want to be the guy with lesser experience and no real like crazy advantage over Luis Ortiz and fight him, because everything is high risk, low reward with that dude. There's a high risk he can kick your ass, or at the worst, put you in a hellish fight where you get banged up, broken nose, whatever, get knocked down, and the money's not going to be really, there's not really going to be like if Tyson Fury fights Anthony Joshua, he'll make more money than if he fights Luis Ortiz. Listen, John Flores, I don't agree with you. Ego, why is everyone hating on AJ for trying to make the fight bigger here in the US? Floyd Mayweather gave him the game when he went up to the UK. See, this is what I don't prefer, we'll say, about fight fans that are coming from a standpoint like you, John Flores. How do you know what the fuck Floyd Mayweather said to Anthony Joshua in privacy? Like, honestly, yes, Floyd did an interview with Fight Hype, and he says Joshua's the A-side or some shit like that. But how do you know what they said? Like, fans always step out of the realm of being fans and start saying stuff as if they have this crazy intel. So how would you even know what Floyd Mayweather told to AJ? You're like, oh, Floyd gave him the game and told him how to maximize the fight. How do you know that? He didn't say nothing about that in the Fight Hype interview. All he said was AJ's the A-side and Wilder should go to the UK or some shit like that. It didn't have shit to do with what you talking about. That's one reason. LOL, perfect question, Ego. That's what I'm saying. Fans, just be fans. Like, you like whatever, you want to see what you want to see or whatever, but don't lie. Don't lie and act like you had the inside scoop. Like, you know what I mean? You Eddie Hearn Jr. or something. You just were told this from a trusted source in the camp. You talking about, oh, Floyd gave him the game, so now he's trying to... Floyd didn't say nothing about that. And anyway, what Floyd did say, if you listen to that Fight Hype interview, is he says that Wilder should fight him in the UK. So why do you care about building his profile in the USA if you're gonna fight where he's from? See, y'all, this is why y'all can't fuck with Ego Veli and New Media, because the points that you throw out there don't make sense. Once again, Floyd Mayweather says Wilder needs to fight him in the UK. That's where the money's at, whatever he said, right? So why do you want to bring Joshua to Brooklyn to build his American profile if they don't even fucking fight in America and they fight where Joshua, the A-side, is from? Makes no sense. And this is what happens with fans like you. You always get your card pulled because these arguments, these straw men, weak ass arguments, you don't think them through. And that's why John Flores has disappeared. I ain't seen him respond once. Why do you care about building Joshua's USA profile if you're not planning on fighting him in the USA? Makes no sense to me. But maybe it makes sense to you guys. You guys always just make shit up. You know what I'm saying? That's like me, that's like me going to introduce myself to a bunch of teachers, but I don't plan on attending that school. Why would I introduce myself to the teachers, get a feel, sit in with the class and get a feel for the classroom if I'm not planning on going to that school? That doesn't make sense. If you're not trying to fight Deontay Wilder in the USA, then why do you have to build his profile in the USA? Period. If you're gonna fight him in his backyard, then he's already known there. Eddie Hearn's already on record saying the day he did, it's too deep, people. Eddie Hearn, when he was asking random New Yorkers who Wilder was, and the guy was like, who? Deion Sanders? Huh? I don't know. In that same grip of time, probably the same interview, Eddie Hearn's like, you can't do that with Joshua. If you go to London and ask who AJ is, everybody knows. So once again, why do you care about Joshua's USA American profile if you're not fighting him in the USA? He's DOA. Look, John Flores ain't even. Now he's switching up. I was not talking about AJ. Okay, now you're playing games. So what are you saying? Let's just do a hot seat. Because I'm not trying to battle it out with one person with no end result. So what are you trying to say? So I know what your argument is, since you're trying to switch it. And please don't take as long as it took you to respond after I roasted you. So what? Okay, you're talking about Wilder with what? Wilder needs to do what? What are you trying to say? What are we arguing? Hey, my shooter's is cold-blooded. John Flores, answer only. The fans is waiting. Where's John Flores? Let's make this into something called the hot seat. So the fight will be bigger everywhere in the both USA and UK. Listen, why does Wilder fights in the USA, and he even fought Audley Harris, I think, in the UK. So he's already established in the USA. You know what I mean? And it's getting bigger. So once again, why does Joshua need to fight in the USA if they might fight in the UK? You're just talking in circles. The wheels are spinning and you're not moving. You're talking about making the fight bigger. Beating Gerald Miller is not going to make the fight bigger because the fans aren't really checking for Gerald Miller at this particular juncture. The fans want to see him fight who they want to see him fight, which is Wilder. If Wilder beats Dominic Brazil, who his brother punched in the hallway of a hotel, and then Dominic Brazil, from my knowledge, was suing him, like, they're already about to fight in court. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really has to see Dominic Brazil, Wilder. If they want to watch Wilder and Brazil fight, then go to the court date, because I'm pretty sure Dominic Brazil is suing him, from what I heard. So that's not going to do nothing for the Joshua fight. Let's get to the money, people. A £5 donation from DOG215. What will AJ say when the interviewer asks him who he wants to fight next? Cue Wilder getting in the ring. We're going to talk about that. But anyway, what is... listen. I'm telling you the problem. It's like when Tupac said, I didn't create thug life. I diagnosed it. I diagnosed what the problem is with boxing. Too many fans don't want to be fans. They start acting as if they're promoters. They start putting their suit and tie on. They start saying a bunch of stuff that they really have no inside intel on. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I'm in America. I'm not in the Medellin cartel. I'm not part of the CIA. I'm not part of the FBI. And then I'm getting on here telling you everything that's going down with Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel. You'd be like, how the fuck would you know? You're not the CIA and you have access to all these files. You have informants. You're not the feds. You're not part of the Medellin cartel. You know what I'm saying? So it would be like, how do you know all this stuff that's going on? Anyway, back to this thing. It's like, just be a fan. It's a like, just really listen to what's being said and analyze it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm a martyr, so I'll go down with what I believe in. You got fans. Wilder say, I want to fight. I'm so frustrated. I want to fight AJ, which is a good fight, which is a fight where the winner becomes undisputed, seeing that Joshua gets past Joseph Parker. Like, if he does, which he's the favorite, then they would be undisputed. Then you have fans who are saying, man, fuck that. Wilder fight Charles Martin or Dominic Breazeale. That's what I'm trying to pay my money for. That's what I want to pay for. Who you want to see AJ fight? I don't care. Gerald Big Baby Miller. I like that. I like men that call themselves Big Baby. Or he could fight Q Brad Pulev. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to see that AJ and Pulev. Even though Pulev pulled out, he back now. Q Brad Pulev back now. He ain't gonna pull out this time. That's what I want to see for AJ. I want to see AJ in that Pulev. Ain't gonna be no pullouts this time. What? I want to see AJ versus Tyson Fury. I know the motherfucker ain't fought in like 2 years, lost all of his belts, but he was weighing 3,060 pounds. But that's the fight I want to see. He don't get no tune-ups. He don't get. That's the fight straight away. Just jump straight in that shit. You ever been to a swimming pool? You just jump in the deep end. That's what I want to see Tyson Fury do. 2 years on the shelf with this. You feel me? Just jump in the deep end. No tune-ups. You a man, right? You got all this shit to talk, right? Jump in the deep end. Like, this is what you. This shit is crazy. And then you got a guy like me. I'm biased and racist, everything. Okay, cool. I'm like, man, that Joshua Wilder sounded good right now. I want to see if Joshua beats Parker, he gotta fight Wilder. Fuck all that. I'm trying to see him fight that rapper / boxer Charles Martin. That's the fight I'm trying to see next for Wilder. Let him build that profile. Let's see Wilder build that profile. Like, what boxing fan talks like this? Wilder should fight Charles Martin and build his profile. Like I said, some of y'all, we just from two different worlds. If a chick is into you, not no Me Too shit where you do some Bill Cosby and I want to put the Quaaludes in your drink. I do a little touchy-feely. But not no rapist shit. But if the chick is feeling you and she's trying to give you some play, she wants to have sex with you. For all my squirrel, she wants to have intercourse. Or as Mike Tyson would say, I want to fornicate. They took all my money. Can I at least get a blowjob? I just want to fornicate, right? Chick's trying to give you some. And you're telling me that you would rather extend it as a man who likes chicks, hypothetically in this example. You're saying you would rather extend it and make yourself wait longer. Like, you like her, you like women, you like sex, and she says, I'm ready right now. This can happen. We ain't got nothing but space and opportunity. You be like, yeah, but I really prefer to wait. I'd prefer to wait till I get a little bit more cozy with you, you know? I know, it's probably good, but let me wait for the kitty cat, if you know what I mean. That's what you would rather. So there's a bomb-ass Joshua Wilder fight, and y'all telling me you would rather wait and let it build up. Like, do this in your personal life. So that's what I want y'all to do. When a girl that you like and she likes you, ain't got no STDs or nothing, she got the paperwork, whatever, and she's ready. She's like, that's what we say in the Bay. She's ready. I want you to use the same promoter hat bullshit y'all be doing with boxing. I prefer to wait. Let's just let this whole thing marinate. Yeah, I know I paid for all our dates, 3,000 dates and a couple movies, but I want to wait. We got to build our profile. Like, what the fuck? Do all this promoter shit when it comes to that. I got Magnums. They don't fit me, but I got them just in case I grow, you know? They said men don't stop puberty until they're like 39. Like, do all this marination shit when it comes to that. She's ready. That's, like I said, that's what we say in the Bay. She's ready, and then put your Eddie Hearn hat on and all that shit when it comes to that. You know, I just gotta build up my profile a little bit so you know me a little bit better. Do a couple things. Yeah, I was planning on working at a soup kitchen, so you really just trust me. I love feeding the homeless, you know? So don't give me the pussy right now. We'll wait. We're gonna let it build. We're gonna build your, I'm gonna go to the UK, build my UK profile. Then I'll be ready for the sex. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. You gonna go to the UK. Like, this shit is stupid, man. This shit is real life stupid. Even if she, like, say you're an American and she's a British chick in the same scenario. Or wherever she's from France. So let me go to the Eiffel Tower. I want to learn a little bit of French. She's trying to give it to you right now. You don't got to go to France and the Eiffel Tower and all this bullshit to build your profile. You know what I'm saying? You dating a fine-ass chick from Puerto Rico. Let me get accustomed to your culture and the food, and maybe we'll have sex at a later date. I'm not rambling. Come jump in this hot seat. This ain't rambling. Hey, we gonna turn. I'm gonna be a rambling Rambo when I get you about this hot seat. Shout out to Anthony Percy. See, and the funny thing is, I always get a super chat right after y'all hate. It's just it's funny how that works. $5 super chat. This is the best build up. Basically, a heavyweight tourney in March and AJ Wilder in August. Fat Farm Miller and Dominic Breazeale don't deserve shots. Man, I'm like, that's shout out to you. We don't need no tournament. We know who's who at heavyweight. We don't need no Super Six. Super Six was there because they had a lot of, Andre Ward, Darrell, Frampton, Crawford, Kessler, Abram, Saki Obika. You needed a Super Six for that because you wanted to establish who's the who. You don't need that heavyweight. We know the top 2-3 guys: Tyson Fury, Wilder, and Joshua. And Tyson Fury is not really someone that counts until he comes back. But that's what I want to see from y'all. When a girl's trying to have sex with you, go down on you or whatever, then talk all that marination promoter shit that y'all be doing. I barely even know you. Yeah, we've been on some dates the last 6 months. But let's just slow it down a touch, slow it down a taste. Let's let this thing marinate. Fuck out of here. But only in boxing do you have all these rules and what, like, this shit. Hey, I promise you, I will bury anybody in the hot seat regarding this right now. Listen to what people are saying. This whole mythical build-up marinating thing. This whole thing sounds stupid in all these fights. It's not just an AJ Joshua thing, Keith Thurman. If you can make the fucking fight, you can make the fight. It's like Mayweather Pacquiao had genuine things and roadblocks that were creating it. Now, for these mega fights, there aren't these roadblocks and people are making roadblocks. You get what I'm saying? It's not that Joshua and Wilder fight on different networks. They both been fighting on Showtime. It's not that Joshua and Wilder one of them's refused drug testing. So that's my point. Mayweather Pacquiao, for example, that had inherent built-in roadblocks. Floyd used to be with Bob Arum, don't really fuck with him. Bob Arum be talking greasy, Floyd be talking greasy. Pacquiao was suing Floyd. They had actual things, drug testing, actual roadblocks. These issues, Keith Thurman and Spence, they're making these issues. Okay, first is the elbow, cool, take a tune-up. Oh, but then he could fight some tune-ups and I gotta fight, man. You know what I'm saying? They're creating more. They're creating more reasons too. It's not like there's like these major Cold War issues anymore, and now they're like kind of like fabricating hurdles. Like, oh shit, they're winning. It's like you racing on a high school racetrack or something like that, and you have a clear shot and you're just doing laps, and then somebody's catching up to you, so they start putting hurdles up. They start stacking the hurdles up that are off to the side that weren't even on the track. They're making issues. It'd be one thing if the hurdles were already there on the track, but people dragging them to the track in the lane you're in and then start putting them there. That's different. Mayweather-Pacquiao is different. Stop that. Stop bringing up Mayweather-Pacquiao. Ain't got shit to do with this. Wilder versus Chisora first, so it can build up in the UK. Sounds horrible. It sounds absolutely dreadful. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how, listen, who's man or woman enough to step up in the hot seat right now? Because I'm going to bury you. Listen, one of the main reasons why this whole let it build. All right, Stephen the Great. We're going to see how great you are. So what do you disagree with this whole build up? Wilder, Joshua, why shouldn't it happen? Stephen the Great, we're going to see how great you are. And you're getting blocked off top if you just wasted our time. I'm not playing. We got free smoke, so because Joshua don't want it. Shooter, put him in timeout. He's wasting everyone's time. There will be order around here. Anyway, my whole thing is this. One of the number one things, like old media and fans with these like crazy weak ass arguments, one of the worst things that they do is this, and this is how you can always catch up that person, their argument. You can't make a bunch of shit up about what Wilder needs to do to make him worthy of an AJ fight. He has to build his profile. He has to sell 1 million seats. He has to do 1 million pay-per-views. He has to cut his hair. All these prerequisites, you know what I'm saying? He can't say Bomb Squad. He has to be able to sell out a stadium or have that on his resume. You cannot have all these prerequisites for him. And then when it comes to, let's say Joshua gets past Parker and fights Gerald Big Baby Miller, then that's good. So Gerald Big Baby Miller don't have to have a belt. He doesn't have to sell out a stadium. He doesn't have to do all those things you said Wilder had to do. That doesn't make sense off top. If it's a prerequisite, it's a prerequisite. Like, have you ever looked at a job listing and it says, oh, must have a college degree or must have 2 years managerial experience? So if that's the prerequisite, that's what it is. You know what I mean? If that's a prerequisite, it's a prerequisite. If it's not, then it's not. Period. Half man, half amazing. Hot seat now. You said Wilder fight nothing but bums. Explain. Everybody chill out. All you have to do, half man, half amazing. You about to be half fucked up in this hot seat. Half hot seat, half decapitated. That's what you about to be. No, chill, y'all. I got him. Okay. Strike one. It's true though. No explanation. You just said the shit. Just because you said it doesn't make it law. So explain. You already have one strike because you wasted your response. How is Wilder fighting nothing but bums? Laughing my ass off, you too much. As long as you guys keep watching people like you, then I'll be too much. Half man, half casket. Where you at? Oh my gosh, we about to get you. Half hot seat, half casket. Go. Let me put, man, it's wartime. Let me put the hoodie on for this one, man. We going to war, man. Wilder's last 3 fights, who were they really though? Start getting specific. Name Joshua's best 3 wins, because that's what people are talking about Wilder fighting. What are his best 3 wins? And then you compare them to Wilder's best 3 wins. And now since Wilder just fought Luis Ortiz, their resumes are actually comparable. Name who Joshua has beaten name 3 people Joshua has beaten that are far superior than anyone Wilder's ever fought. He about to get this work. It's cool. I know you're gonna say Klitschko, so that's 1. So who else? Who else has Joshua fought? And I don't care. Oh, he did it in 19 fights. I'm talking about. I don't know who you beat. I don't know who you lost to. Don't tell me about the amount of fights with his resume. Name 3 people that you feel are way greater than anyone Wilder's fought. Since Wilder gets the label of he fights bums, so name 3 Joshua opponents who's the only other champion. Well, he will be the only other champion if he beats Joseph Parker. And you can't count Parker because the fight hasn't happened. We don't have an outcome. So, half man, half dead. Name 3 people that Joshua fought that is just way superior to anybody Wilder's fought. Because Wilder's the one that fight bums, according to you. Someone said half sheep, half sleep. Wow. Here's what they think about you. I told you we going to war. It's wartime. I chose to be the bad guy. So, let me get this straight. He was popping off. Hey, son, pop out. Right? He was popping off. You said war fight. You said Wilder fights nothing but bums. Then you said it's true though, and now you're quiet. Oh. All right, you going. What did that dude, the bus driver uppercut, say? You going to hell now? He said Vladimir Klitschko, Molina, and Charles Martin. Half dumbass, half jackass. Please stop. Wilder knocked out Molina before AJ. So, if Wilder fights bums, then who got the bummier version? Because the version that Joshua fought of Molina had been knocked out by Wilder a year or 2 before, and he had been knocked out by Chris Arreola. So that's strike 2. And then you also said Charles Martin, who beat a guy for a vacant belt who failed playing hopscotch or some shit and twisted up his knee. So you mean to tell me, and I don't even know where he's been since that point, Glasgow. I don't really know where Charles Martin's been. Martin was a champion though. He was a champion for 1 fight. And hey bro, this is what y'all said for me. He was a champion literally for 1 fight, got a good amount of money to go over to UK and lose to Joshua. And he wasn't proven. You know what I mean? Real talk, I would say even Johan Duhaupas had a chance to beat him. Gerald Washington had a chance to beat him. Like, who was Charles? You could at least say Dominic Brazil over Eric Molina. Wow. That man said Charles Martin, like, no shade, but what if Charles Martin wasn't proven? You know what I mean? There's no, still to this day, who's Charles Martin? Other than the best name on Charles Martin's resume is Joshua. And he lost to him. I think in the 2nd round or some shit. Gerald Washington is better than everybody make him out to be too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's talking about Charles Martin. He was a champion though. Yeah, but we know boxing. He got a vacant belt. And really, he shouldn't have been a champion because the IBF fucked over Tyson Fury. See, this is what happens when little boys step up to grown men. I know boxing and I know my history. Tyson Fury beat Klitschko for that IBF belt. The IBF, for whatever reason, stripped him immediately, and then that's what made the vacant belt for Charles Martin to even fight the Glasgow guy, or Glasgow, or whatever his name was, and he fell and twisted his leg up, and then he couldn't even finish the fight. So really, he shouldn't have been a champion because Tyson Fury should have never been stripped. Tyson Fury wouldn't have lost to Charles Martin. I'm confident of that. I don't think Charles Martin would have beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury beat Tyson Fury by getting into some shit he shouldn't have been doing. but he should have never been stripped that fast. Thank you for playing. Put your L's up if this man got bodied. See, I don't have to yell, scream, shout. I just have to say a couple facts. Half man, half dead. Half boy, half crazy. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Little half dead put his dick on her head. Get this man out of here. Shoot her. Get this boy out of here. Damn, they clapped you quick. Man said Charles Martin and Eric Molina. So Wilder's a bum. Just listen to the logic. Wilder's a bum, and he fights nothing but bums, but he beat Eric Molina before Anthony Joshua. So he was resurrected. Eric Molina had actually knocked out Thomas Adamak. See, off the top of my head, I don't have to Google. I'm not on BoxRec. Eric Molina had knocked out Thomas Adamak, right? Wilder, in his first title defense, he fought him in Alabama. So how is he a bum when Wilder fights him, but then Joshua gets the later version of him that had already been stopped by Wilder and Areola, and then now all of a sudden he's resurrected and he's not a bum for Joshua. Crazy. Listen, this is what makes sometimes when the fighter's fan base, when man fans, at least make your fighter look good. The man fans that are trying to argue with me, you're making your fighter look bad. I mean, not technically, it's not really the fighter's doing, but you're not representing. You're not representing it right. Like if I was AJ and then somebody was arguing with me, a Wilder fan or whatever, and they're coming up with weak ass arguments like that, I'd be like, man, you don't have to argue for me because you saying dumb stuff and you just got bodied. So anyway, that's enough of half man, half L. He out of here. Let's get to 250 likes. Hey, you know what? These dudes can't fuck with me with this boxing shit, so I'm just gonna talk about other shit. Fuck it. Anybody seen that T Grizzly beef? T Grizzly, the rapper, he's beefing with that white dude. Anybody seen that? That shit is so funny to me. These dudes can't fuck with me in boxing, so I'm not even gonna talk about boxing right now. We're just gonna take a break. We're just gonna talk about whatever. But this shit is so funny. I guess T Grizzly, this Tom Brady looking motherfucker, who is that? Tom Brady hot, he lost Super Bowl 52. Fuck you mean. So we're gonna take a break from boxing because these young boys can't beat me. Right? We're just gonna talk about hip hop. Fuck it. Shout out to Big Time. Hold on. I gotta acknowledge, we gotta get to the money. We gotta talk about that. Big Time, $10 super chat. Thank you very much. He justified Martin being a champion, but not Stavern. Hey, and Stavern actually beat Chris Areola, I think, to become a champion, and he looked better in doing it. He broke Chris Areola's nose the first fight, and the second time he knocked him out on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Someone said it looks like a woman. Hey, he got that fire marshal bill now. Let's just say you're at the ball, and someone says, "Oh, that's Whoopi Goldberg with a black guy." You start to like the match. That man got that. He got that. Let's just say, that man got that fire marshal bill shit. Hell no. Let's just say, there's Anthony Joshua with clenbuterol. Like, now let me stop because you'd be like, ooh, Ego said Joshua's on clenbuterol. Hey, that neck gotta go. Let's just say, there's Canelo. He is Mexico. He ate the meat. Hey, he off that clenbuterol. He look, Tom Brady meets Breaking Bad, Fire Marshal Bill, lesbian in distress looking. Hell nah. Let's just. Oh my gosh. He looked like the nigga that shot Bruce Willis at the beginning of The Sixth Sense. He was in the Fruit of the Loom tighty whitey. He just had that pistol. Like, why you just in Bruce Willis's spot like that in draws? Hey, he was wilding. Someone said Tom Brady been to Mexico. Hey, that's Tom Brady if he ate the meat. But These young boys can't beat me. Let's get to 250 likes. These young boys. So we're gonna take a break from even talking about boxing because y'all ain't talking about shit anyway. In the hot seat, at least. Kingtron, $2 super chat. Boy chin shaped like an Irish beer glass. Hey, this is listen. I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm not a hater. Salute to all the new dudes making money in this rap game, but this is what it's come to in hip hop. Like back in the day, we had real life like beefs in hip hop. You know what I mean? Like LL Cool J, Cannabis. My young son's fantasize of borrowing flows to little shorty with the big mouth. The bank is club. The symbol on my arms off limits challenges. You wave the rusty, so I swing there. Stop it. How dare you step up in my dimension? Right? We had Biggie versus Tupac. You know what I'm saying? We had some real West Side Connection versus Common. Like we had real like beefs and like battles, rap battles. Why is T Grizzly how to give a donation? You should see a $ on your mobile device, and then you can enter any amount that you want to donate. Shout out to Shooter Angel Santos, $5 super chat, shaking my head. Ego really said lesbian in distress. Oh, I'm fucking dead, B. Hey, this dude is this is the beefs we have nowadays. Rappers, like, you don't even look, you're a millionaire or whatever. You got all this money and you beefing with him? This is crazy. This shit look like Hillary Swank and shit. Like, boys don't cry looking motherfucker. Like, just stressed out lesbian. Like, come on, man. Fucking Leonardo decapitated. Who is this? Let's just say, Ja Rule, Eminem beef. All them beefs was bad. DMX and Ja Rule. Anyway, listen to, hey, 250 likes and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this angry ass Tom Brady, sucked up Tom Brady. Hillary Swank looking at. This is who rapper, like, why would you even, if you're a top rapper of today, how are you even beefing with this dude? Hey, 250 likes, I hit the play button. Someone said, pay attention. That's what I'm saying, like fucking Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber looking ass. So you're saying? Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Like, that's Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. Look at that hairline. Hey, what kind of hairline is that? What did you tell you? You just went to your barber. Hey, what are you having? Oh, just fuck my shit up. Just fuck it all the way up. You know, I just want to look like, you ever see like a cliff and surrounded by a large body of water and it has like the erosion? Just give me some erosion. Your hairline has erosion. The man had melted bangs like he fell in a vat of acid or some shit. Hell no. But this who rappers are beefing. This don't look like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying that's not a hairline, that's a shoreline? Fuck you, me. All right, we hit our numbers. Let me play this shit for y'all. Why are rappers beefing with this dude? Listen.
Bro, this for the fucking T Grizzly bitch ass fucking fans. Fuck you, bitch, motherfucker. You want some fucking beef? You don't want no smoke, bitch. Bitch, I'm in traffic and I'll fuck your bitch ass up, ho. You better fucking take that shit down, bitch. Cause guess what? You're a little fucking dry snitching ass bitch. You put that shit up, everyone's gonna know what the fuck happened to T Grizzly. So you better take the shit down, bitch. I ain't fucking warning you again, you little pussy asshole. Now take the shit down. Now meet me. You wanna fucking squash this shit, you little fucking bitch? Let's throw the fucking hands, okay? You come to me, I come to you. Bitch, I'll take a Greyhound to your bitch ass.
Hey.
Bro, this for the...
Listen. I'm gonna help white people beef. That's not the way to do it. Like, Actually, Eminem knows how to beef. That motherfucker's raw. Go ahead, slap my mom. Slap the fuck out of her. She can't sue you. She wouldn't get a buck out of you because you broke as fuck. You suck. You're a fucking joke. Eminem, don't fuck with him. But that was terrible. The angry ass. I knew Tom Brady was going to be mad because he lost the Super Bowl. But I didn't know he was going to be this mad. He said, T Grizzly, bitch. Like, he was tripping. I thought it was Ellen DeGeneres, so I'm like, oh shit, Ellen got a new show coming out. Let me watch it. And then it was this. I'm like, what is this? He's tripping. Listen. He said, we can fucking throw the hands. I'll take a Greyhound to you, bitch. You're driving a car. Why would you need to take a Greyhound to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're literally driving and you say you're gonna take a Greyhound. Like that shit don't even make sense to me right now. But I guess T Grizzly stole money from him and he's high. If y'all get to 275, I'll show you the rap diss. He looks like a diabetic. Hey, if we get to 275 likes, I'll play his rap diss for you. He said, T Grizzly, bitch. Like, hey, this shit is so funny. If we get to 275 likes right now, then I'm going to play his diss song to T Grizzly. Maybe he's driving somebody's car, ego. Well, why don't he drive someone's car instead of taking a fucking great... Listen. If you got beef with someone... Why the fuck would you take a Greyhound and get dropped off? I don't even think they do residential stops. So you just pull up on someone's block in a fucking Greyhound full of bus witnesses, and then you start fighting or shooting them. That doesn't even make sense. He said, I'll take a fucking Greyhound. Like, so the Greyhound's just going to drop you off in residential. That's what you're telling me, huh? Yeah, the Greyhound, they just going to let you off right there. Right there on Cambridge Drive, huh? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And you're driving a car. So why are you taking a Greyhound to handle beef? That doesn't even make sense. He's like, oh, maybe it's someone else's car. Well, take that someone else, take an Uber. But why would you have a bus full of people as witnesses when you go to handle some street shit? Doesn't make, I don't know, y'all. I'm from the Bay. That's not how it would really go down. He said, T Grizzly, man. Oh my gosh, this is 275 likes, and we gonna play the diss song.
Fucking T Grizzly.
See, just the hey, just the opening. Fucking T Grizzly. Fuck you, mom and dad. I fucking hate you. You fucking mom, fucking dad, you guys are dead, bro. Fucking dead, dude. Fucking T Grizzly fucking fan. Like, oh my gosh. I'm turning this off. I'm ending this stream right now. Someone said Tom Cruise wants smoke. Jack Reacher, look at motherfucker. Jack Reaching, because he's reaching with this whole video. Oh my gosh, someone said Tom Cruise. They're all dead, Claire. All of them. That's that Tom Cruise. Oh my gosh. He angry though. Look at the nostrils. Hey, 275 likes. I'm gonna play the diss song. Ferris Bueller face ass.
Bitch ass.
Hey, I'm out of here. Oh my gosh. 275 likes. I'm gonna play the beef. Look at Mark Wahlberg in fear. Look at motherfucker. It all could have been different, Mr. Walker. You should have let nature take its course. In the end, it will anyway. So let me the fuck it out. Hey, that's Mark Wahlberg in fear. Hell no. You know something, Steve? You're really not a faggot. I lick Nicole's sweet tears. Hell no. This is Mark Wahlberg. Marking the funky bunch. Feel the vibration. Come on, come on. Feel it, feel it. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly, Captain. Hey, someone said baby driver. like, that's what I'm saying. We just having fun getting money. We don't even have to talk boxing right now. He said, fucking T Grizzly fans. Hey, This look like Captain America with cancer. Fuck you mean? Captain America with chemo, motherfucker. That fire marshal, that Bill ass neck. Let me say. Let's just say T Grizzly, he got a diss up, and he wants us too. Breaking Bad.
Bro, this for the fucking T Grizzly bitch ass.
Hey, if y'all don't get Thunderdome out of here, what the fuck is this?
Bro, this for the fucking T Grizzly bitch ass fucking fans. Fuck you, bitch, motherfucker. You want some fucking beef? You don't want no smoke, bitch.
Hey, you need to stop
bitch,
smoking.
I'm in traffic and I'll fuck your bitch ass up, ho.
Hey.
You better fucking take that shit.
Hey, I'm done. I can't even deal with these comments. So it said, motherfucker. Why is he exaggerating them words? Like, fucking T Grizzly fans, bitch, you motherfucker. Like, sound like a car coming to a screeching halt. Bitch, motherfucker. Oh my gosh. Woody from Toy Story. Hey, y'all gotta chill with these comments. Stop it. Y'all wanna, hey, y'all want it one more time? I'm gonna run through it one more time. This shit is funny.
Bro, this for the fucking T Grizzly bitch ass fucking fans. Fuck you, bitch, motherfucker. You want some fucking beef? You don't want no smoke, bitch. Bitch, I'm in traffic and I'll fuck your bitch ass up, ho. You better fucking take that shit down, bitch. Cause guess what? You're a little fucking dry snitching ass bitch. Bitch! You put that shit up, everyone's gonna know what the fuck happened to T Grizzly. So you better take the shit down, bitch. I ain't fucking warning you again, you little pussy asshole. Now take the shit down. Now meet me. You wanna fucking squash this shit, you little fucking bitch? Let's throw the fucking hands, okay? You come to me, I come to you. Bitch, I'll take a Greyhound to your bitch ass. Bro, hey, this for the fucking...
That's that new shit. That's the next level of beef. Y'all want it? We got to our numbers. Motherfucker. Y'all. Someone said that looks like me with glasses. I get bitches. I don't know what y'all talking about. But for sure, keep hating. Actually, oh my gosh. Oh my God. There's like literally tears coming out. Y'all want to see the hip hop? This is what hip hop is coming. Hip hop beef. Motherfucker. Hold on. He recorded over Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. Listen.
Get out the way, yo, get out the way, yo. T Grizzly's ass just got dropped. Bullets moved past his fat. Cover up that plumber crack. Grizzly bear bitch paw getting snapped in a trap. Make it clap like when your bitch was on my fucking sack.
Hey.
You was in jail, bitch, you know it's a fact. You never trapped, you a pussy, I'm a dog, you a cat. I'm a pimp, well your bitch ass working the track. You a self-made millionaire, but in prison your pussy smell fill the air. Remember when I let your girl sleep on the couch? You called from jail, she couldn't talk with my dick in her mouth. I hit you up. Now when I came out, I told your bitch ass it was just smoke between me and you, bitch. You want to get everyone else involved, bitch? I got plenty of smoke, bitch. Come and catch these hands and catch this fucking fade, you little pussy.
Hey. Hey, I'm officially. Hey. I'm officially done. He said, when I told your bitch ass, it's just about us, T Grizzy, like, T Jizzy. Hey, somebody got to come get Kevin Bacon, Hollow Man looking ass. That's Hollow Man. Oh my gosh, that man said T Jizzy and all types of shit. Pussy! Like, that's how y'all be talking to me on this internet. fucking ego, motherfucker, you fucking bitch. Like, okay. Oh, I'm done. Now we can get back to boxing. See, we could take detours, man, from time to time. Nobody could do it like us. We could switch over to hip hop, come back to boxing. I chose to be the bad guy. We having fun. I chose to be the bad guy. Now let's get back to boxing. Oh my gosh. That shit is so funny to me. T-Jizzy, bitch. Tom Brady gotta chill. Listen. Great minds think alike. King Corleone told me to talk about Joshua. Boom, I already had it up. I was gonna talk about the same thing. This is crazy, man. Smash the like button. Anthony Joshua has warned Deontay Wilder about climbing into the ring to issue a challenge, as he's only interested in signed fights and not hype from his heavyweight rival. Hey, bro, this is crazy. I don't even understand. He's flying over to come and watch me fight Joseph Parker, and this is what it's about. It's building up the big clash. If he wants to come over, get in the ring and all that stuff, I just prefer it if he had a fight in place to talk about, because if not, it's just hype. I'm a unified heavyweight champion. We're talking about undisputed heavyweight, and that's what we're building toward. Yes, he's more than welcome, but the difference is when Klitschko come over to watch me in Manchester, we had signed a deal. It was signed and sealed, provided I won. With Wilder, I'm just not into the hype. If he wants to come over, get in the ring and all that stuff, I just prefer it if he had a fight in place to talk about, because if not, it's just hype. Listen. I seen this earlier today and it hurt my soul, because I like Anthony Joshua and I like Wilder and I like heavyweights and I like boxing. But how Anthony Joshua was entitled to his opinion, so I'm entitled to mine. Well, I just prefer, as a fan, to see shit like that. Maybe it's from where I'm from, but I used to live in England also. But why? I mean, what's wrong with giving them some of that? Like, first of all, here's the first part of the argument is this: why not have a fight in place? Okay, so you and Wilder right now, in the next 2-3 weeks, solidify a deal and do it where you got all of the major percentage splits and the location. Get that in tow to the point where he can do that. You know what I'm saying? So if Joshua was saying I prefer when me and Klitschko did it, is because we had a deal in place. So that's why after I knocked out Eric Molina, he's talking about that fight. That's why Klitschko hopped in. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, okay, cool. Then you and Wilder over the next couple of weeks come up with something and get the essentials down for the fight that, hey, providing I win, we will fight next. You know what I mean? Just like you did with Eric Molina and when you beat Eric Molina. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't even make sense to me, because you could do whatever your team did behind the scenes to make Klitschko fight. So when Klitschko was in attendance and he hopped in the ring and took all them pictures with you and face-offs and shit, do the same thing with Wilder. But he's telling Wilder, oh, don't jump in the ring and stuff like that. Why are you jumping in the ring? Why do y'all keep saying happy birthday? I'm not understanding. Whose birthday is it? My birthday's this month, but it's not now. My birthday's on the 25th. Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. Shout out to the Pisces and the Aries. I was just lost. I thought some of y'all thought it was my birthday. Shout out to St. Patrick's Day and the St. Patty's Day babies. But see, to me, either way, it doesn't make sense. You don't want him to jump in the ring because it's hype if there's no fight already signed. Okay, so come up with the basic terms of you guys will fight next, and then you don't even have to have, you just have to have the basics that it's gonna happen next sometime in these months. And that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like you could do the same deal you did with Klitschko. If you guys behind the scenes were able to make that fight pop to the point where he was able to jump in the ring, you had all the organization needed for that, then why don't you have it for Deontay Wilder? Second of all, I mean, like I said, maybe it's a cultural thing, maybe it's just like where we grew up or from or what, I don't know. But I'm a fan. That's like WWE shit. You know what I mean? Like Ronda Rousey, to my knowledge, she knew she was going to the WWE, but she wasn't. She made some appearances at the WWE before it was actually released and signed. She was just in attendance. You know what I mean? But the deal hadn't been officially finalized and announced to the public. But it still builds hype. Oh, what's Ronda Rousey doing here? Or a better example, because it's boxing related, Wilder was in Miami. Luis Ortiz fought in Miami against Daniel March last December. And then after, Wilder hopped in the ring on Luis Ortiz. And the fight wasn't done at that time, because I know some people. The fight wasn't done. They were probably building and anticipating, but it wasn't like 100% this is going to happen next. And Wilder jumped in the ring on Luis Ortiz. And it made it do what it do, because obviously Luis Ortiz and Wilder had enough excitement to generate a million viewership, million plus viewership on Showtime, which Showtime Boxing hasn't done that in a while. You know what I'm saying? Since 2015. So I mean, I don't like the whole political correctness, and like there's a time to be PC, but boxing's not really one of those sports. Sometimes you're gonna get trash talkers. Like, to be honest, sometimes when guys are too cordial, it's boring. Like even Canelo Triple G, as a fight, the way they fight, they put on entertaining fights. The only reason people are really like talking about Canelo Triple G right now is because there's controversy, and it's not necessarily from a positive thing. It's all this clenbuterol talk. But the first fight, people were just excited for the fight, but Triple G or Canelo didn't really give fans much to talk about in terms of like the build-up. You know what I mean? No one. Canelo doesn't really speak too much English. Golovkin's not super outspoken, charismatic, where he's gonna carry the fight. You know what I'm saying? And the fight build-up, I guess you could say. Wilder is that. So even if AJ's not that, that's cool. But who cares if Wilder gets in the ring? Especially if you want to fight him. That's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn's saying that Wilder or Joshua wants to destroy Wilder. Okay, so have a stare down. What's so bad? What's so bad about Wilder getting in the ring? Especially if you want to fight him and you know he wants to fight you. Crazy. But whatever, to each his own. Let's do a quick vote. Do y'all want to see Wilder jump in the ring after AJ beats Joseph Parker, if he does? Let me word that better. If AJ beats Joseph Parker, do you want to see Wilder jump in the ring and face off with him? Yes or no? Hell yes. Hell yeah. Yes. Hell yeah, I want to see it. Hell yeah, 100%. Exactly. Because I know I want to see it. And you know what? It's like, why? This shit is crazy to me. King Tron says no. All right, we will put this man in the hot seat because he's playing games. And he's been playing games with the comments. So why no? You're like literally one of the only people saying no, you don't want to see it. Wilder's going to be in the building. If Joshua wins, why do you not want to see it? All right, put King Tron in timeout because he says I'm playing. Since you want to skew the votes and play games and waste people's time, someone put him in timeout. He can come back, but we're not playing these games. Like, we're trying to do official polls as much as possible, not a bunch of internet trolling shit. Everybody, why would you not want to see that? If Wilder's going to be in the building and AJ wins, why would you not want to? Shout out to Portia, Shooter. Again, back to our conversation. The reason I want to see it for me personally is, one, it gives me content to talk to you guys, the fans, about. 2, someone says it's tradition. 3, I personally like seeing it because I want to see how these guys look next to each other. Like, oh, does Joshua look so much more massive than him? It's a heavyweight division. They don't have to have a certain weight. Does Wilder look taller than him? Even though he's listed as taller, sometimes that box rec shit be off. A guy will be listed at this and then certain pictures. Like Klitschko and Joshua are listed at 6'6" apiece. And there were times where Klitschko looked way taller. I don't know if it was his shoes. I don't know what was going on. But I like to gauge and get a feel for it. I never seen Wilder and Joshua take a picture, and it just gives fans something to talk about. See, the other thing, man, I'm really done with this. Hopefully Joshua wins and beats Parker. Not that I have anything against Parker, but that's the fight I want to see with Wilder. But this is exhausting. This is exhausting. Again, who wouldn't want to see it? Joshua saying it's hype, but at the end of the day, that's what's going to help make you money. Joshua says he wants to be a billionaire. So this hype is going to help hype the fight and get two prime guys go at it and make more money for you. So you have a closer chance to realize that $1 billion. Joshua's 6'6". You have a chance to realize that $1 billion dream you have of yours. You know what I'm saying? So the hype is not a bad thing. Like, I can understand if you said something like, oh, if Wilder gets in my face and starts touching me or spitting on me, then we're going to have a problem. That's something different. Because I'm not suggesting that Wilder touch him or, like, choke him or, you know what I mean, like Floyd choked Victor Ortiz and shit. I'm not saying do anything like that. Like, scream at him. And see, maybe that's what it was. Maybe Joshua wants to keep this image because when Wilder was talking to Luis Ortiz when he jumped in the ring, we all seen it, right? And he was like, I bless you. All right, beast, you know what I'm saying? And that might be what Joshua doesn't really prefer, is that American hostility. You know what I'm saying? Like not only someone like in the ring, but somebody doing all that extra shit. Because Wilder might do that. You know what I mean? He didn't touch Luis Ortiz, but he was like, I promise, don't mess this up. I'm so frustrated right now. Bomb squad, you know, that might be it. But why would you be mad at someone jumping in the thing with you? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, to me. Especially if you plan on fighting him. That, I just thought of it. Look. See, I got the picture on my computer. See how Wilder was like, I bless you and all this shit? Maybe he don't want to, like, if Wilder tries to embarrass him in that way, like screaming on it, like doing all that, because that's what he was doing. But you see, I have all these screenshots because I made a video about it and there was something to talk about. Yeah, I'm not saying touch him. You know what I mean? They still got, look at Wilder. I want to see. He got poked in the eye. All baptized. Wow, you know, I just thought of something. When Wilder knocked out Spilka, see, man, this is crazy. To me, I like Joshua. This is not a good look for Joshua to say that, because I just thought about that. When Wilder beat Spilka, Tyson Fury did the same thing. He came over to America and he was like, "There's all they want, Tyson Fury," and then Wilder had to deal with that, and Tyson Fury was acting a fool in the ring. Still in the mic, your chicken legs, y'all bum, and the Gypsy King. Like, he was, go watch that. You know what I'm saying? And Joshua, in recent memory, is the only one that has publicly stated beforehand that, hey, I don't want that to happen in my fight. Because Wilder, American, fought in New York, and Tyson Fury did the same thing to him. And he didn't say, oh, I heard Tyson Fury's going to be in my fight, he better not jump in this ring. You know what I mean? When Luis Ortiz, especially if you want to fight him. If you want to fight him, then what? And I think Wilder was in the ring with Tyson Fury in the UK. See? I know my shit, people. Look, this is what happened after Tyson Fury came to America and did this. There's all they want. Tyson! Tyson Fury came in. What you gotta say about that? What you gotta say about Tyson Fury? So, you know what I'm saying? It's the heavyweight division, baby. Like, see, look, I told you. Wilder was in the UK and he got in the ring with Tyson Fury. See, I know my shit, people. You know what I mean? Look, nobody had a problem then. It's a photo opportunity. They gave Tyson Fury the mic, but he kind of stole it too. What you gotta say about that, Wilder? Tyson Fury? You know what I'm saying? And Joshua, see, this is the thing why I don't prefer like the heavyweight to be like so clean cut and all that or whatever, is because this builds excitement. I remember when Tyson Fury hopped in the ring, I was juiced. I didn't say, oh, he jumped in on American. Like, that made me happy. You know what I mean? But all this like trying to be like, what's that commercial? Is Grey Poupon? Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Like all that. Right guards. Remember them Charles Barkley? What was that Charles Barkley right guard commercials? I don't need all that distinguished shit. It's not civilized. It's right guard. The Grey Poupon. Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, man. Fuck all that. I didn't have a problem. See, and that's what I'm saying. I like, at least me, when I give my thoughts, I give you example. And hey, let's get to 300 likes. I give y'all examples and it's consistent. I had no problem with Tyson Fury jumping in on the American and be like, what you gotta say about that? A message to the weightlifter and all this shit. I'm the Gypsy King, Tyson. That shit made it interesting to me. And then Wilder said, I'll bless you, I'll baptize you. And he's just doing the theatrics for the camera and won't. I didn't have a problem. Just like I didn't have a problem with Wilder hopped in on Luis Ortiz. At least I'm consistent. And I definitely don't have a problem if Wilder fight. I didn't have a problem when Klitschko got in with Joshua. That was cool. And it wasn't just because of fight. Tyson Fury and Wilder still ain't fought. And that happened during the Spilka fight. So that was years ago. So it don't matter, oh, they didn't have a signed fight. For the moment, Tyson Fury doing all that was with Wilder made for good TV. Listen, smash the like button, people. That's it. This is exhausting. Even having to argue and do all this with fans. Anything else would be uncivilized. Yeah, I don't. This boxing. And Joshua could be the man he is. He could be, if that's how he wants to be like clean cut. But you know what I mean? Like you don't want him to jump in the ring. That's a photo opportunity at best, you know what I mean? You don't have to be on some disrespectful embarrassment shit. Anyway, I told you I'm gonna close this out with the Q&A. The rules are simple. Super chats take precedent. If you leave a super chat of any amount, your question moves to the top and I'll answer it as soon as I've done answering the next question. We're gonna do a Q&A to close this out. Any other questions, I'm just gonna pick. If it's not a super chat question, I'm just gonna pick random questions. So start dropping your questions that y'all wanna hear. How many fights has Wilder has? Damn, that English is sounding a little bit atrocious. How many fights has Wilder has? Wilder's 40-0. Next question. 40-0, 40 wins, knocked out 39 other people. Staverne's the only one to go the distance. What's the next question, people? We're doing a Q&A in case you're just joining. Q&A, super chats, questions get answered first. The rest of the questions, I'll just pick from. When you lived in the UK, did you find the boxing game was different? How so? I was younger, so I wasn't like, it was like when I was young, you know what I mean? So I wasn't like vested in the boxing game. I wasn't on YouTube. YouTube wasn't even around type shit. So I'm not really sure how to answer that. Jose Ramirez versus Amir Imam. I don't know. It's just a good fight. Like, I haven't really put enough thought into it to break it down. Jose Ramirez looked good versus Mike Reed. Amir Imam got power. See, even though he lost to Granados, he knocked down Granados. He got real deal power. Paulie Malignaggi did an interview, and he said Amir Imam, he sparred him, and Amir Imam has oh my God power. So, Q&A, Broner versus Vargas. I am not predicting, I told you guys, I'm not predicting any more Broner fights. I don't know what version of him is going to show up. I don't know his mindset going into the fight. So, it's a good fight. That's all I know. This is a good fight. For real. I mean, because Broner is the type of person, like, I value my prediction streak and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I just never know with Broner. Like, it looked like he was training hard as fuck for the Mikey Garcia fight. But then come fight night, his performance, I was like, oh, definitely I went to the fight. I expected a lot more. He looked flat, which could happen. But some guys, no matter what, they give you more consistency. Q&A. You think Loma will have problems with fighters who have good feet? I don't think footwork is his problem, because he likes to fight from a mid to out range, I guess you could say. He's people who bring the fight to him. So if guys have good footwork in terms of offensively, like a Golovkin, like a Golovkin style of fighter, if there was a Golovkin in Lomachenko's division, then he would have a lot of problems, because Golovkin has a fucking killer chin. He showed heart, so he's not going to quit. You know what I mean? And he puts a lot of pressure and presence on you. That's the style that gives him the most. People who could pressure Lomachenko. Don't let him get off first. If you let Lomachenko get into a rhythm, it's probably a wrap. And you let him get off first, it's a wrap. Robert Singleton, $2 super chat, Shmoney Gang. Should Crawford leave Top Rank Ego? I don't know. Like, I can't really make that decision. Like I said, I'm not trying to like avoid these questions or not answer completely, but I'm just an honest person, and I don't know. From the outside looking in, I could definitely make an argument and say, hey, he should. Shout out to Arnie Egg. He just donated $1. He didn't have a question, but he just donated. Outside looking in, you could definitely say like, oh, he should leave. But I don't know. It depends on how he feels, how his team feels about his career, and how much he's getting paid in comparison to the Keith Thurmans and Danny Garcias, other people in and around his division. So he would have to make that decision ultimately. But I do have questions, namely for the African-American fighter with Top Rank. How are they being built up? Are they being built up in the same methods and ways that'll give them the same success as like Lomachenko? Like, for example, Top Rank put on this Ukrainian Lomachenko card. Shout out to Coach John Roberts, $10 super chat, Shmoney Gang. Really appreciate it. Some of y'all are just dropping super chats with no questions, but right now we're doing a Q&A. You guys can feel free to drop super chats with no question attached, but if you do have a question and you are leaving a super chat, I'm definitely going to answer those to close out the show. But yeah, like Top Rank had the Ukrainian triple header, Lomachenko on it, Alexander Vodstik, and Usyk. You know what I mean? So they're getting creative, and this was on HBO at the time. Creative with that, and then they put him wherever they put him. I think was a good location for like where there's like a Ukrainian Russian population. So get creative like that with Terrence Crawford's fight, not just stick him in Omaha. Like they're talking about Crawford next fight being on ESPN Plus app. But is Lomachenko, is his fight gonna be on the Plus app that you have to pay $4.99 a month for? In case you guys are just joining, we're closing the show. If you missed it, catch the replay. We're closing the show with a Q&A, the way it works. If you guys leave a super chat, those questions get answered first and expedited. If not, I just pull from regular questions, just random questions that I see. Meet and greet for the real Ego fans, no trolling. I never even thought about, like, I mean, some people have actually said that to me about should I do a meet and greet. I don't know how it'll work, because usually the best place to meet someone is like a fight week, because they're already there for a fight. So bringing out boxing fans. The only thing with that is fight weeks, the people that do what I do, like I'm usually working, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the fans. Would you guys prefer like had some kind of like meet and greet or like rent out a room to some restaurant or something and we do like a party or meet and greet in that particular city, or me to be getting footage for y'all and interviews or trying to upload the footage that I have? So you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely up for suggestions and things like that. Juventud Guerrero shooter $2 super chat. Linares versus Lomachenko. I think like he just has more momentum. It's not like it's necessarily an easy fight. I just got to rock with Lomachenko. I picked Lomachenko in most of his recent fights. And see, this is the other thing. People are like, oh, you hate Lomachenko. I picked Lomachenko to beat from Nicholas Walters to Jason Sosa, Miguel Mariaga. And Nicholas Walters was one where people were like, oh no. I picked him to beat a lot of people. You know what I mean? Most people. But the two people I picked to beat him, Gary Russell, especially at that time, because I thought Gary Russell's speed, he was undefeated too. I thought his speed would give Lomachenko all the problems in the world, and Lomachenko dazzled in that. And then I picked him to lose in Rigondeaux. I thought Rigondeaux would find a way to get it done, even against the bigger man. And I was wrong in those two. So I picked Lomachenko to win most of the fights, but the two I picked against him, he actually won. So I'm not picking against him versus a guy like Linares. It's a tough fight, could be a good fight, good action. Don't know that Linares would quit, but I'm not picking against Lomachenko. And I have to see, the fighter has to have a lot more than what I've seen in recent Linares fights to the point where I would pick against Lomachenko. Like if he fought Mikey Garcia or like a Terrence Crawford, then I would like weigh out like, oh, who am I leaning towards? But Linares is a good fight, but I'm picking Loma. Aaron Percy, $2 super chat. How do I apply to be a shooter? # sniper gang. Now that I know you're interested, I'll just observe your characteristics and your behavior on here. So just pop into the streams, and then I'll probably have we'll have like a shooter squad. Listen, shooters, here's a good idea. I just thought of this right now. First of all, we already have shooters for pretty much live stream, so we don't need a whole bunch of shooters because then it would be kind of hard to manage. But we'll have a shooter squad between me and the shooters. If there's somebody who's showing an interest, you guys, if you happen to recognize their names, just pay attention to the behavior and see if you want to elect them into a shooter. And you're like, oh, Aaron Percy, I could vouch for him. He always leaves cool comments, stuff like that. And then the shooters will decide, because the shooters already have the wrench and they've been doing it. So between me and the shooters, if there's someone that was interested like you, Aaron Percy, then we'll have the shooters induct the people into it. Shout out to PA. He said, I'm with New Media to the death for the glory. Shout out to Aaron for the question. Listen, people. Right now we're doing, hold on, I need some water. We're closing up the show, Q&A. Super chat questions answered first. Leave your questions below, even if it's not a super chat. I'm just answering other questions while we go. And if there's a super chat, that gets bumped up, any amount. PA Golden Glove. Mikey could retire on top. It depends where he tops out. 147, I don't know if he should go there anytime soon. Callie, stop ducking the question. Hey, you guys are beefing with each other. All right, Gary K3D is hating. He has a Q&A and he says, I think you are awful, like truly terrible, but you bring fight fans together, so keep it up, okay? You a hater. You a hater. That's all that means. Because listen, if we're to believe what you just said, let me read your hating ass comment. Q&A, I think you are awful, like truly terrible. Like you had to reiterate it. Okay. You're truly terrible, but you bring fight fans together. Then why the fuck are you here? Like, it doesn't... Listen, you guys don't realize... I've been doing this for a while. You guys don't... Like, I had a guy who was hating yesterday, but he left me... I see you, Portia. I know he's not in here. But a guy that was dissing me and hating, but he left me a super chat. You guys are... A lot of y'all are like, you can't... You have to come back. You like, they... Oh, I think you're terrible. Like, you're god-awful. But you're here. And you said I'm bringing fight fans together. So, like, listen, I don't be at spots I don't want to be at. You know what I'm saying? I have a car. I can get around. I have money to catch a Uber or get out of Dodge. These man fans, they be mad. Oh, you're terrible. You're terrible, but you're here. Explain that. That's what I'm saying. It's all hating that shit. Bye, guys from London. Well done, Ego. Shout out to you. Shout out to the UK. That's what I'm saying. You guys could try to troll me, but either way, you look dumb because you're listening to my terrible, awful commentary. You're in my terrible, awful stream. And then you had to give me some oh, but you bring fans together. Then, cool. I'm doing something right. Dalton Judge, what up, though? So, in case you guys are just joining the stream, smash the like button. We're closing this with the Q&A. And normally we got tons of questions flying. If you do a super chat of any amount, those questions get answered faster. Other than that, I just pick random questions. So just leave a question if you have any. If not, then we'll just wrap it up. Dalton Judge says, a live stream king. You know I'm the king of streams. Mark has a question. At the Boxing Fan Expo, are most of the major fighters there, or are they guessing me? It depends what year. Like it depends who they can get, but they usually have good people. I have fun. The first one I went to was last year. The first one I actually attended. But I think they had one where Mike Tyson was there and shit like that. But I had a great time last year. I'm planning on going again. So who did I see last year? They had guys like Brandon Rios, Chris Arreola, Danny Jacobs was there, Abner Mares, Marcos Maidana, Chino was there. He's funny. Floyd Mayweather came. Who else was there? Tommy the Hitman Hearns. So yeah, if you're a boxing fan, it's the spot to be. I mean, that's what you guys want to do. Be at spots where like-minded people are. Next question, William Oates, Q&A. Charlo versus Billy Joe Sanders, who wins and how? I'm picking Charlo. Maybe I could see him TKOing Billy Joe Sanders. You know what? The funny thing is Billy Joe Sanders is a good fighter, but I can't think of, has he really been in there with like a major puncher? Like, you could say Andy Lee is a good puncher, but I'm talking about a major puncher that also has major skills. Like Andy Lee is kind of a puncher with heart. I don't look at him as like a guy who's like super athletic or slick or anything like that. Charlo shows that because he's athletic. Like the way he countered Julian J-Rock with the uppercut was ridiculous. So to me, I could think of a couple guys that that Saunders may have fought with power. Chris Eubank, Spike O'Sullivan, David Lemieux, and then Andy Lee. But I can't think of some guy he fought with power that was like power, but also really good, like Golovkin, Canelo, Daniel Jacobs, Jamal Charlo. So I would rock with Charlo in that matchup, probably by late TKO, maybe decision. All right, next question. Is Canelo an exception, or do fighters who fail drug tests still get to fight on their scheduled fight date? I've just seen it with this clenbuterol shit. Like when Ray Beltran failed, he didn't have clenbuterol, he had something else, and he got suspended and fined. So it seems to be this clenbuterol thing, or Luis Ortiz's situation, where Luis Ortiz failed to fill out the paperwork right. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more questions. I have some loose ends I gotta tie up. I got to get the hats rocking for y'all. Y'all keep asking me, man. I got to figure out some of this stuff. We're going to take it where it needs to be taken. 3 more questions. Thanks, Ego. Smash the like button. Q&A. Where does Canelo go after Triple G if he wins? I think he's going to go after Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders is dangerous, especially for Canelo style, because he has that movement, decent power, stuff like that. But the other guys are like probably more dangerous because they're tall and they can punch and they're athletic, which can still give Canelo. So I think he would probably go after either a lesser known name, like if he's just going to take like a tune-up fight, because he took, I mean, truthfully, if he fought Chavez and then fought Golovkin and he beat Golovkin, then he doesn't have to fight in his next fight. Arnie Egg, $1 super chat, thank you very much. He doesn't have to fight like a killer, because I'm realistic, and you're not going to want to fight killer after killer after killer, right? But he might, if he does fight a killer, it's going to be like a Billy Joe Saunders, because he could be undisputed at that. Plus, stylistically, that's probably the best style for him, the most money, that type of thing. All right, 2 more questions. Would you want to see Tyson Fury come into the ring also after AJ fights? No, not really. The only reason is because Tyson Fury has to fight. He has to fight. Once he fights and establishes and shows that he's back, then I have no problem with him doing any of that. But I don't know how a man's going to look gaining all the weight he gained, then having to lose it, dealing with depression and witch hunts and being on cocaine in 2015 or whatever, 16, whatever it was. I don't know. But once he does that, if he has like 1 or 2 tune-ups and we see it's the same Tyson Fury, he's the same confidence, he's not getting knocked down and like almost stopped or something, then yeah, I don't have a problem with him doing anything like that. Someone says Charlo's not that good to me. Based on what though? What, I mean, if Charlo's not that good, name 3 or 4 people that you would definitely say beat him in the division. Like definitely, like you would put major money on it. I mean, he's one of the top players. Yeah, I mean, I like the Charlos. I mean, even when they be like snapping on people. I seen a video they snapped on the reporter, Jamal did. He was like, stop asking me questions like that. I'm gonna stop asking you questions. Charlo's like, he's like an Errol Spence. He's not the most money man in the division. That's why Jacobs pulled up on him and he was like, I'm seeing M's, you know what I mean? And try to stun on him like, hey, I'm making more money than you. Like I'm making, so he's a good fighter, but he's not gonna bring you the necessarily the mega M's like Canelo, Golovkin, maybe even Jacobs would. Billy Joe Saunders, maybe, depending on where they fought. But he presents all the danger, kind of like Luis Ortiz. Arnie A, $2 super chat. Thank you again, Shmoney Gang. Why haven't you and Troy King been doing videos soon? Yeah, I plan on it. See, a lot of people speculate and make up shit. Someone said I sold Troy some drugs and it went bad, all types of bad shit. That's not the case. I had some things that I had to work out personally and just get back in line. But that's not the case. Like I said, people fear the unknown, and when they feel like they don't understand what's going on, then they just start making assumptions. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no love lost with me and Troy King. Ain't no like beef. People make all types of dumb shit. Oh, ego's jealous of Troy King because people like him. Why would I be jealous? Why would I even give in my platform to somebody that I didn't want to succeed? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to how stupid what people say. If I'm jealous, then why would I even give you a platform to be seen and be heard and get mad when that actually happens? Do you know what I'm saying? That it sounds, what some of y'all say sounds stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, he sold them drugs. They're beefing. Their ego's jealous. What would I be jealous for? Like, I wouldn't get like, that's like Jay-Z or something, and then Kanye, and then he puts him on albums and does an album with him, but he doesn't want to see him succeed. You know what I mean? Why would someone give you a platform to be able to reach people if you didn't want the best for them, or you didn't want them to, you know what I'm saying? You were jealous when it happened. Oh, fuck. Like, I interviewed Troy because I think he has good knowledge and good insight, and people like him. That's the reason. You know what I'm saying? So why would I be mad when people show that? So, yeah, people just say whatever. Real respect, real casual, shaking my head. Yeah, that's how the game goes. Like I said, people fear the unknown. They don't know, or they feel they know. They just make up shit. Yeah, he knows about boxing because he's a boxer. Yo, we're $3 away from $200 in super chats. Wow, we got new gear coming. Like I said, I'm not a talker. Shmoney gang. Let's get it popping. I'll answer one more question because I don't remember if I had one more question or not, but we'll do one more question for the fans, and then I'm going to wrap it up. It has to be someone new that I haven't answered their question before. I don't know about no numbers, bruh, and offers. I care about what's made and what need to be made, bro. I don't get it. Q&A. Does Heard... I like that you guys put that Q&A in front of it because that makes it easier to find out which is a Q&A. So we should keep doing that. This is from Mayday. Q&A. Does Heard beat Lada? I would favor Lada, but I'm really intrigued by the fight because it's not out of the question for sure. Because Heard has exactly the sorry, loud ass noise. Listen, the bottom line is this. Certain matches are very good stylistic matchups, right? Like Broner versus Vargas, Broner, Omar, Figueroa. What Broner does well would probably give Figueroa problems, would probably give Jesse Vargas problems. Broner at his best. But on the flip side, it's a beautiful stylistic matchup because what Jesse Vargas does well can give Broner problems. The volume, being tough as nail and not going to go nowhere even if you lick off a good shot, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they're each other's kryptonite. I love matches like that. Same thing with Heard and Lada. What Lada does well will probably give Heard problems because Heard lacks, that's my dude, but Heard, from what I've seen, lacks defense. Austin Trout was slipping some good shots in, another southpaw, and Lada beat Austin Trout, right? And it wasn't no war like that. So imagine a southpaw who's slicker, more in prime, arguably undefeated, and has more power than Austin Trout. So that could give Heard some real issues because if he doesn't improve his defense, you don't want to get hit with that Lada straight left, that left hand in general. He throws it in a variety of different ways. But then on the flip side, Lada, I mean, is his chin the greatest? We don't know. Angulo sat him down just off of relentless. It's not that Angulo was technically better, but again, that's why they say styles make fights. Trout's a dog too. Shout out to him. Shout out to New Mexico. I was born in New Mexico, man. So I always got love for New Mexico. But I just think Lada is more souped up version of Trout. That's why he beat Trout when they fought. You know what I mean? They're both good southpaws, but I would say Lada has more momentum. His losses weren't, you know what I mean? Like, look at Lada's loss to Canelo and look at Trout's loss. I would say Trout's loss to Canelo was a little bit more definitive. I thought Lada beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Lada got a nasty left hand. People, that wraps it up. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the comments. We working. Oh, I might even do another live stream later. I don't know because my sleep is so fucked up. I slept in today because my sleep pattern is fucked up. Smash the like button. We got to see how the engagement looks on the replays, and that kind of determines some things. But thanks, bro, on following. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are entertained. And just subscribe to the channel. I'll probably drop a couple regular videos on the channel. King Corleone, new media or no media, he says. Shout out to my shooters. Shout out to Eagles Army forever. We working. Y'all be liking them vampire streams. That be bringing the weirdos out. But I don't know about doing a vampire stream on a Friday. People be out and about and all that. Peace out, y'all.